Have yourself a merry little Christmas. May your days be light. And now on your troubles may be on your way. Thank you. And remember, Sounds of Soft Souls hits oldies.
Let it run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
The news, Cowboys news, major things. Trevon Diggs updates. Plus, more and more. More and more. Come on. As they say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Trevon Diggs to play or not to play? And thank you. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. May your days be light. And now on your troubles may be on the way. 5, 4, 3, 2. Talking about being confused, right? The cost that is involved.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
5,
Come on, man.
4, 3,
Are you not entertained?
2.
Are you not entertained?
Shout out to you. 1. Thank you, and thank you. It was Randy Watson. Yeah, Cowboy Nation. All right, I still got the power, baby. Oh. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Trevon Diggs? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in for the top of the hour. Conflicting reports, man. Earlier this morning, I got a chance to read up John Machota. He was saying that, Trevon Diggs will get his first start, and then about 3 to 4 minutes afterwards, I get a text message from my guy Jordan Schultz, and he's saying, "Hey, Law, I got some good stuff for you." I said, "What you got, man? What you got?" I'm finna post it. Will you retweet it? And I said, "Yeah, I will retweet it." And we have the news that Trevon Diggs been, at odds with this team and a whole bunch of other stuff. So the report goes similar or just as well like this, and it states here, Schultz, who's by far one of the best in the business, if not the best, Schultz states, Cowboys, all-pro cornerback Trevon Diggs would not play Sunday versus the Vikings. This comes after that described to me as a great week of practice, while multiple sources tell me the relationship between Diggs and the organization have soured and been severed. So, meaning that this is a situation, Cowboy Nation, that it's a situation that it's time to move on. The Cowboys might as well announce that they will be moving on from him heading into the next season. And we can go either here nor there and say, well, if you really contextualize it, the last 2 seasons, Trevon Diggs been a shell of himself. And the thing is that it could be a thing that we could just be very much so better without him and all of this. So we got to compile what we need to do in order to move on from here. I'm like this. If you have gnats in the house, kill them. right? You don't keep them around. They're going to be a distraction. They're always going to be a distraction. If you got flies at the barbecue, kill them. Get rid of them, right? It only creates more chaos. It only creates more distractions. So when you get ready for this team to go down the gauntlet and get ready to play, you yourself got to remove the distractions. Getting rid of something is not always a bad thing. But holding on to something that you already had the intentions to get rid of is very much so a bad thing, baby. And I can tell y'all, I don't want to get rid of Trevon Diggs. I don't. I definitely don't want to. But if it helps the greater cost, then sometimes you got to cut your edges off, right? That's what we call pruning in the botany world, or if you're into the plants and you want to continue to grow your plants. Or to a degree, ladies, there are some ladies right now that got some good long hair, but it's not healthy. And you got to cut off the loose ends or the dead ends so that the remaining hair can stay, right? And this is one of those situations. You have to learn how to read the room, Cowboys, and the Cowboys don't know how to do that. If you see, now, I know for sure Trevon Diggs' trade rate was very low because of the simple fact he was coming off of an injury. But if you've seen the countenance and how close that they were together, Trevon Diggs and another guy that wore 11 that was on this team, if you saw how close they were, right? Ryu and Ken or Mario and Luigi, you saw how close they were, right? So you had to know that there will be some residuals if you decide to keep one and get rid of the other. So you should have made a package deal on the front end. And I know hindsight is always 20/20, but then there are some things that is hard to trade damaged goods. I get all of that. But it is better to cut it out versus keep it in. And there are people right now that's watching this video. They got a sore mouth, right? They got a tooth that's in the back. Since 94, they've been giving them problems, right? Sometimes it's better to remove the tooth, extract it before other things can occur. There's somebody chewing on one side of their mouth. What's wrong with you, dog? I can't chew on the other side. I got a bad tooth. I come here to tell you, man, it's better to go ahead and remove it first before you keep it. Yeah. yeah. Ebony and Ivory, y'all come up with these two names that y'all come up with. And I know it's difficult with the Cowboys because we are all optimistic, including the front office. They are very optimistic. They're one of the Achilles heels of Jerry Jones. His superpower is also his super enemy. Let me say this again. His superpower is also his super enemy, meaning that he believes in himself so much and he believes in optimism so much that he disregards, right? He sit there and say, yes, I truly believe that Matt Wellesco one day will be a good tackle, right? Joshua Ball would be a good tackle. And these are just references that I'm using, right? Because I talked to the great Nate Newton, and he was saying that even when he told, this is just a little backstory, even when he told Jerry and them that Matt Wellesco can go and Joshua Ball ain't no good, right? He's flat. He should be Joshua Flat. That he almost got fired for telling them the truth. That is one of the things. And Sean Harris said it greatly. Ego. And what do ego means? Edging God out. You know, my subjects, right? I can do no wrong. And I'm not beating up Jerry Jones because he's the one that gambled and risked everything and got billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But peaches and herbs. Come on, man. Y'all think of a combination. Todd Nisaki. Shout out to Todd Nisaki, a good follower of the channel, man. And his niece, she does all of the marketing stuff for him. So she's a real good lady, too. Shout out to Todd Nisaki. Shout out to you, Seabass, for bringing up his name. But when we going into this game versus the Vikings, on offense, we only have one issue. Far as that offensive line. One in the possible. Terrence Steele is neither here nor there. Turnstile Steele, I give it that name for him. But when you start to think about the other guy, Nate Thomas, not Nate Newton, he's been a booger bear on that line. And the only thing that I can say that can probably be okay would be the simple fact that we playing a home game, right? Shoot. Peanut butter and jelly. Grape or strawberry? Grape or strawberry now? Since you bring up peanut butter and jelly, I want to know if y'all watching grape or strawberry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, appreciate everybody for rocking in. Pride cometh before the fall. All right, so here's what I'm going to say. And when you start talking about accountability and you start talking about the nuances of what he didn't like what Trevon Diggs was doing, and it could be on the head of the defensive coordinator. I'm hearing that the defensive coordinator, Sonny and Cher, yeah. Strawberry clears. Grape, grits and eggs. Okay, strawberry, grape. Okay. I see y'all. Okay, all right. I think grape is winning right now, y'all. Something wrong with strawberries. Something wrong with them berries, baby. Epstein and Trump's, boy, y'all crazy. Steak and fries. Come on. Put a little cheese on my fries, man, over the steak and all that good stuff. You know, give a little cheese on mine. All right. But I got one that nobody can beat. Hey.
Please come home.
What we got, baby?
I got
beans and bologna. Yeah. No, nothing. Beans and bologna. Blueberry root. Ain't nobody said no blueberry damn no blueberry jelly, man. Come on, man. Peach jelly is underrated. Peach jelly. Boy, how can we get onto this conversation? You know. Boy, how did we get here? Yeah, okay, talking about Trevon Diggs and damn number 11. Oh, number 1 now. Parsons, you know. Yeah, Lord have mercy. Chat is 10. They on 10 today. Yes, indeed. Man, all right, so back to the conversation on about Trevon Diggs. So we do ultimately know that this season, going into this season, we drafted a guy named Trevon Revel. I got a chance to talk to Trevon Revel Sr. for a long, lengthy time, and he was saying that, man, I wish my son could just mirror match what Trevon Diggs been doing, all of the positive things, because he felt as if, though, that would be the greatest ingredient for him to be a ball hawker, to increase his ball hawking capabilities. So what I'm saying is that this is a situation, Beavis and Butthead. I can go to AI right now and create a Beavis and Butthead, Trevon Diggs, and Michael Parsons video. You're a good one. You gave me some ideas, boy. That will go viral. Oh, my gosh. Man, Falcons and penalties, that's funny. So from what I'm seeing, there's strawberry won, right? Yeah, strawberry won. Okay. So strawberry beat grapes. But the only thing is, sometimes with that jelly, where they got the strawberries with the little seeds and all of that stuff, nah. I get it. They could be the real strawberries, but nah, just give me the plain, smooth strawberries. And what I do is, and I'm going to just tell y'all, you know, I'm a little different. I don't make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I go get that butter bread, and I go get that good, smooth, good peanut butter. Y'all know what kind I'm talking about? Whoever eat the peanut butter with the nuts, man, it's just diabolical, man. You just a different type of person. I just don't want to know who you are. If you that person in the chat, stop it. You know, don't do the peanut butter with the nuts in it, man. And I know it's all nuts, but y'all get what I'm saying. But hear me out so I can get on with this conversation. I do the peanut butter, the smooth kind, creamy kind, right? Pause if necessary. And then I go get me a honey. And I put that wild honey on that's in the local area, and that's how I make my sandwich. Yes, indeed. So now my allergies and all of that stuff been good, because when I first moved up here, I was sounding like Snoop because I wasn't used to the Texas terrain. But I make me some butter breads and that smooth, nice, soft bread. Yep. You can slightly toast it here and there, but I make me a peanut butter and honey sandwich. That's what I do. That's what I do. I do peanut butter and honey sandwich, but neither here nor there. All right. Now we can move on from peanut butter and jelly time. It's peanut butter and honey time with me. I just different, you know. Crunchy with nuts, sus, the sea bass. Man, don't y'all be doing that, though. Don't y'all be getting the peanut butter with the nuts in there. Don't do that. All right, so, all right, back to the conversation at hand. Somebody just jumping in saying, like, what is Law Nation talking about today, man? This is just wild, Law. Come on, man. I got kids, bro. All right. When we look at what we're thinking about as it relates to Trevon Diggs, we got 4 more games. Unfortunately, he would not be playing in these 4 games, right? So we got 3 more games. I for sure don't think that he will be playing in these 3 games, right? So when I pull up the PFF, and I'm going to pull it up in a few seconds, Cowboy Nation. I appreciate y'all because got a few more minutes with y'all, man. We can get things moving and grooving over here. Here we go. Dallas Cowboys. Let's go to the lineups. They have Trevon Revel here. Now, they wrong for giving that kid a 35, but I get it. You know, somebody got to be lower than Murray, I guess. They gave Murray a 36.8. All right, so it would be Bland and Revel on the outside. When we look at, you know, the nickel lineup, it would be Reddy Stewart and Bland and Revel. Those are our DBs. Hooker on the roof, Wilson, box. So when we look at this and we contextualize the Cowboys being for where they are at from a defensive aspect, I'm just as bad as Jerry Jones. I'm admitting it right now. I'm a very optimistic person. I'm looking and I'm hoping for the positive outcome of the situation. And positively speaking, you get what I'm saying? Magic. Lord, I shouldn't say that. Johnson wise. But positively speaking, I'm saying that the Cowboys is going to win based off of what we do down in the trenches. And the trenches goes with the front 7, and we know our weakling link will be Murray. But when we look at the full front 4, I need for these guys to play lights out. I think that I'm going to chalk up Quentin Williams, Clark, bad game or bad outlook, predicated upon the fact that these boys didn't have enough time to rest up and get things going. So I'm thinking that that's the situation. Roosevelt states Bland is better in the slot law. I mean, anybody. It's a reason why Reddy Stewart was ready available. You know what I'm saying? Not to play on that man's name. But it's a reason why he was out there and available. And for the life of me, we had a guy that gave us some plays, some splash plays in preseason. What was his name? He was from Mississippi and them. You know, name tip of my tongue. Y'all forgive me for my lack of recall right now. And it was the other guy that a lot of us like. What's his name too? It was 2 guys that we liked during the preseason. And Trevon Diggs is not playing. It was the 2 guys that we was like, hey, they look scrappy enough, right? Let the AI speak upon it.
At Antweezy $89 9.99.
Tweezy.
So Law, what's good, man? I don't in this organization. If it's tension with a player that has at least ability to give you something more than we got right now, we stashing him for trade off season?
He have no value in trade right now. The only way you can create value in trade if you announce that you're releasing him to a degree and the team don't want him to clear waivers and they saying, hey, I can get in front of it. For those who said good riddance, he's washed, he's trash. This is what I foresee that's going to happen with Trevon Diggs. because I got a chance to see and talk to him for a long length of time or what have you. Everything that people are happy about in Chicagoland about Nashawn Wright, I'm for sure you will see another version of that from Trevon Diggs. I don't think that he's over with now. He's too young. He got a lot of chip. He got a chip on his shoulder. He's want to prove to the world that he belongs. And he's going to get back to that. And then we're going to be on the outside looking in unless Revel or somebody else stands up and do something for it. Bland have a second coming of being Bland again, right? And, shout out to you, man. My bad, Jay. It was Keemon Hall and Zion Childress. Those two boys, instead of ripping his team apart as it relates to what they did with the plan of DB actions, because there's no bit of tape that we can look at Reddy Stewart to say, yeah, man, he deserving. Now, he can come down and hit and fit sometimes, right? But to me, Keemon Hall and Zion Childress should have been given that role because here's my thoughts. And I get it, you want people to fit your scheme, but it was just the way that they move, and I felt the tensions when it happened. Because during the off season, that's when look, let me say this, and this is a freestyle show. I'm just speaking my mind right now. When you've been in a foxhole with somebody, blood, sweat, and tears, you responsible for waking them up saying, hey, man, let's get out to practice. All of that time was built in Oxnard, a little bit before Oxnard with Zion Childress and as well as with Keemon Hall, right? And then when they get down to cut day or what have you, they look at the list, they there, and it gets down to the last day. Let the AI speak on it, yeah.
At Antweezy $89 19.99. Fresh haircut, my guy, flexed biceps, dark skin tone, keep them fresh cuts coming this Antoine Law.
Shout out to you, Antoine. Oh, that's your new name on here, man, Antoine. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much, man, for your support, and thank you, man. You know, and thank you for the haircut deal. You know, it's been a week though. I gotta get my haircut next week, but I feel you. I appreciate you, man. I'm trying, man, to keep up with you because you be having them fresh cuts. But it gets down to the cut day, not the haircut day, but I'm talking about the cut day, and then all of a sudden they bring in a new fish, and we be like, hey, who's ready? We had to scramble and scrape to get tape, and then we were pulling up stuff from last season because he was a Matt Eberflus guy or what have you, or supposed to be fitting into this system. He made some scrappy plays, but he was off far as continuity with a few of these players. People, this is not like a plug and play thing that you do on Madden or any of these other gaming systems. So what I'm getting at is that was the number one cost of doing business, of you saying that, hey, we're going to get rid of guys that blood, sweat, and tears and put their time and efforts in to be out there on the field, right? And you put in somebody new, and it took a ramp-up time. The only time that you're supposed to do that if he's a bona fide stud. That's the only time you will cut a guy like a Keemon Hall or a Zion Childress if you go and get a veteran that's a bona fide stud, but you don't cut them guys to bring in a guy who's almost the damn near the same or worse. And that destroys the continuity and the chemistry of this defense. And that is what we are talking about here, is that the defense continuity been all in the jam. And the Cowboys go against the grain with that. And that's all I wanted to say. And there's no shade at Reddy Stewart, but the only time you would do something like that if it was for a bona fide stud like a Honey Badger back in the day, you know, and you say, hey, Keemon Hall, Zion Childress, we hope that you clear waivers, we'll bring you back. But this deal, man, hey, man, we don't normally get opportunities like this. You know, we normally don't get situations and chances like this. That's the only way you do that. And there's literally people watching this Say, give me Zion Childress. Because at least when Armand St. Brown got open and it was time for him to catch the ball, Zion would at least take you to Zion. He would have you singing Lauryn Hill song. Yeah. Or Keemon would have jumped on some balls or some routes here if you were to do that, But neither here nor there. Brady will come out of retirement to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he can't because of he absolutely have in-house dealings with the Raiders, right? So he won't be able to do that. No room for weakness. This is Sparta. Yeah, I do agree. Old coaches just stuck in their ways. They don't want to adapt. Adaptation is everything, ladies and gentlemen. Adaptation is everything. And the Cowboys must learn how to adapt and get things moving and grooving in the best way possible with this defense. All right, Eberflops. Oh, my gosh, man, that's a crazy nickname for that smooth right there. It's crazy. It is. It's flat out crazy. Let me see what I got here. I thought for sure that I updated this, but I didn't. But let's listen to it. No, I did update it. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. I think I didn't. I thought I did. But you guys bear with me.
The local beat a little while ago that he's healthy, he's ready to play, and he expects to play. Do you expect him to play on Sunday?
Yeah, we're going to make that decision tomorrow. We have another day of work, and I think Coach Schottenheimer's been real clear as Coach Eberflus in terms of evaluating the full body of work for the week and make that decision tomorrow.
And then with Nate Thomas,
we got another super chat.
At Antweezy, $89.49.99. Next one on me, brah.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you more. I'm gonna get all edge up and say, give me the lightning dash on the side again. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support. The $4.99.99 for your mind, and been a good, strong supporter of the channel for not just a few days, but for a long time, man. I appreciate you, Tweezy. That was Stephen Jones is on 105.3 The Fan. He was talking about that it takes this day for them to decide whether or not they're going to bring him back or what have you, and that's Trevon Diggs. Now, Brandon Laurie, who's a good follower on Twitter, let me read what he said, and then we'll circle back to that interview if that is okay with you guys on this beautiful day. All right, what we have here is that he states this right here. Absolutely crazy not to play a corner that's healthy. But if, and that's the operative word, if he's not following the rules or not sticking to the game plan, then I guess I can't fault them for it. But I don't know, man. The Cowboys need healthy cornerbacks. Following the rules. Sticking to the game plan. Let me move everything off of this screen right quick. Can you guys still hear me? Let me move everything. No strollers, no logos, no nothing. Can I cuss one time? I know kids, I'm giving y'all preemptive time to close your ears. I ain't going to even burn a cuss word. But what I'm going to say is, what's the effing game plan on defense? I need to know. What are we trying to do? I need to know what we trying to do. You could all have that button like Skywalker have, the little beep sensor button. What's the game plan? Following the rules. What's the game plan? What is it? What was the game plan? I'm just trying to know. I'm trying to figure things out, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. What was the game plan? Somebody say, yeah, please cuss, Law. I want to see you rip your head off. I want to see you get mad. Take it off. You know what I'm saying? What was the game plan? Well, Shotty, what is your plan? What is your game? What is your theory? What is your reasonings to take away? Rush 4 and play zone. Yeah, what's the effing game plan, Because I need to know. This is what Matt Eberflus reminds me of. We need to. All right, we got a super chat. Let the AI speak. Well, no, the AI is not going to speak on it. Got to be $5 or more. But I said Jones chasing headlines, not championships, which they knew winning in free publicity without drama, the soap opera needs to end. The Diddy fence is back. Yeah. The Diddy fence is back. All right, so here's what we need. We need all three levels again. I think we need a safety. I think we need a linebacker. And I think we need another edge rushers. Our interiors is great. And we need a DB. We need all of those things here. I'm not sold on Carson's. I don't want nobody to tell me, saying, hey, man, wait till Carson come back next season. No, it's going to be 3 seasons, and I haven't been sold on that seatbelt yet. So don't tell me that, I ain't using that seatbelt, right? Bland, I'm worried about Bland because of the way he had a fall from grace. I know he probably be over-emphasizing on that foot. I don't know. But he don't look as advertised. And he don't look like the $90 million DB that we all thought that we were going to get. And I'm not trying to put money into the situation. I'm just saying. But if we're going to keep this defense, and if he's not sticking to the strip or the plan, when I'm talking about Trevon Diggs, I need to know what is the plan, right? Because at this point, Sale says Zimmer did more with less. I agree. And keep this in mind. If Zimmer had this defense going into his second season, understanding the emotions of these young kids and understanding what is need to be done, if you would have brought Zimmer back, I call him Zen for some reason. If you brought Zimmer back, I think the defense would have been at least a teaspoon better than what they were last season. But that's a whole nother conversation. Bland sticking to a receiver, gets the passes defended in picks. I do agree with that. 21, can you do something for me, Giacovelli? Yeah. So listening into this, what were the plans?
Does it look like he's probably going to be starting in place of Tyler Guyton again since he's still dealing with that ankle?
Certainly looks that way at this point. And the good news is Nate had a great week of practice, as did Adeniji, but feel like Nate is certainly rebounded. We didn't play our best in the offensive line against the Lions. We got to get that back to the standard we expect, and fully expect that to happen.
So with Trayvon's practice window scheduled to close next Sunday, are you 100% sure he will at some point return this year?
Yeah, I feel like he will, but
yeah, and he's not. Okay. All right. So with that being said, the Cowboys middle linebacker, I'm just going to touch upon this just briefly because, the Cowboys content creations of what we're talking about is at odds with it, And now people are sending me videos. Zim wanted to be a head coach. I don't blame Zim wanting to be a head coach, by the way. Hey. And the man, and he got a 24-year-old or a 44-year-old, however old she is. She's in between her age bracket. She's very young for him. And he got honey-do lists that he got to take and adhere to. But let me talk about this, and there's no shade or knives thrown at anybody with the difference of opinions. Remember, my job here is those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still, right? And I'm not trying to beat up Kenneth Murray, but I heard the argument. I heard the arguments, and I get it. We don't have time to go back and forth because nobody want to watch film on 59. But old folks say this back in Mississippi. Not everybody's lying. Not everybody is just sitting out here looking at 59 and saying, let's just pick on him and lie about him, right? And that's my stance. At some point, we got to just look back at the realism here. If I click on this, and I know this PFF, and I know you guys gonna beat me up and say, "Hey, man, you looking at these grades, bro." But at some point, can they show the man a little love? Like what he did, slept with this founder and the CEO of PFF, a lady. You never had a passing grade. At some point, somebody's lying. Like who's lying? Who's telling the truth? In 2020, 54. In 2021, 34. 2022, 47. 2023, 52. 2024, 45. 2025, 36. Like we all lie. We all got bad eyes. Who got the good eyes? Who's sitting up here saying, you know what? I'm finna formulate me a team, and I'm going to put Kenneth Murray in there. And we know that PFF be lying on him, but he's a real good guy if you just pay attention to this. If this is what we doing here, I don't have time to hurt my eyes looking at this tape. But what I'm looking at is a guy that's slow to react, a guy that when he knows, is supposed to be slow until you know. But when you do know, are you scrambling and scraping to get there? Are you disengaging? Are you utilizing the tools that even God gave you? The physical size of it all, being 6'2", 242 pounds, give or take 245 on some good days. Are you utilizing the things that God made you for, right? Are you disengaging? I'm seeing people with more heart and determination that coming off of an injury. So I don't know, man. I'm not trying to rage wars. I'm not trying to kick this guy down the street and say that he's the finite reasons. But as old folks say, ain't everybody lying on you, man. So I need to know, man, like what's going on? This Diggs thing reminds me, I guess you can put me in there, as the Zeke years back. We was wanting Zeke of the old, and he was just not that. Okay, so this all reminds you of the Ezekiel Elliott thing. But Zeke was playing, though. You get what I'm saying? I haven't seen Trevon Diggs play. They at least put Zeke out there, and we was like, hey, man, split them reps a little bit. This dude ain't playing. So he's been in a situation that he's not playing. Zeke was playing. My thing is with Zeke, and you can say it's similar, though, to this point. His numbers didn't fell off until you went and got Kellen Moore as the play caller and designer. If Zeke were to be traded in 2018 or 19, and we got something back in return, and he went to, like, let's say, to a Sean McVay system, or to a degree, the 40 Winers. If he went there, we'd have been like, hey, man, what the hell, what we doing, twin? They taking us through there, you know? At the end of the day, I get it. Now, when you have a player of the kind of caliber of a Trevon Diggs, who's been pretty much on the outhouse of the Cowboys, especially starting off from the $500,000 thing that they kind of like said, hey, we didn't like you recovering on your own. But which one is it? When I used and utilized your recovery people, you said that I didn't give the best efforts. So when I pay my own money to go to the training people, running the sands, look, that was his own money. Give me that money. You give me that money, and I'm still in my 20s. Trying to play this professionalized sport. You give me that money, and I'm still in my 20s. Sure, I might not have it, you know. So y'all got to understand these guys got great discipline to not burn it all. But that's a whole nother conversation. C. Burleson states that there's no such thing as the best corner when Eberflus is coaching.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download
now, man. And when you download it, just take $100, put it into Sleeper, and they'll match it all the way up to that $100. And then for a sweetener, $20 from me to you will be into that account as well. So that's $220. So, yeah, we can do it that way. And when you use promo code LAW, be sure to do such. And that's Sleeper. Keep this onto your mental mindset. I seen someone says that money is the root of all evil. I want you to go back and read that scripture. And it also says, it don't say money is the root of all evil. It says for the love, like LOVE. On top of that, it also states that money answereth all things. Just a few more sentences down below
At Swazi $8,455 9.99. Trevon is a bum without Al Harris. Trevon been tricking every girl in Dallas. 2026 is the Super Bowl year. Just be patient.
That was he been tricking every girl in Dallas. If you from Dallas, if you from Dallas, hey, now that's argumentative. You know what I'm saying? It's argumentative. The bomb without Al Harris. All right, so this is what I'm gonna level with you with. Superman don't need a cape. Batman do. And the thing is, Trevon Diggs for damn sure ain't Superman. He ain't Batman either because his prep time is terrible. But what I can say is he need a damn cape, and that cape will be an Al Harris. Al Harris helped soothe a lot of things. One of the things that I can tell you that kind of got up under his skin is last year, people were saying, and this is from insider information. Insider information. Last year, he had more responsibilities. There's a thing called law of diminishing rates of return, right? And that means that if you stretched out more, if you do more things, then whatever your efficiency rate, and I'm not finna go into efficiency, Pareto efficiency, but what I'm saying is basically, if you decide to take away some of the things that you normally do, that's all that you do, then it diminish some of the things of the input that you used to do. People fail to realize last season, Al Harris was the assistant head coach. That took away some of his time with some of those DBs. As you saw, even though it was a different defense last season, some of those DBs didn't play up to the kind of caliber level that they supposed to, right? So when it was time for him to be recalled up for a renewal of his contract, he weighed out his options. And he said, I need to go where I can spend my max amount of time. I do not want to be a defensive coordinator, by the way, right? And that was news that was given to me because I thought for sure, I was like, man, give the brother a shot, man. And people, I got to let y'all know, don't nobody want to be used as well. I'm a firm believer then your knowledge should make room for you, your gift should make room for you, but don't make a foolery out of me. Don't bring me in for no affirmative action. Don't hire me for no damn DEI stuff. And don't bring me in just to say, hey, I want to solidify a Rooney Rule. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. NFL better not call me and say, hey, I just want to give Law Thomas a chance in a situation so that he can be at least considered amongst others. Let me just give him a chance to interview with us Bull sugar, don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that, man. You know, I've been well respected in my own personalized career. You had to take a test to get the job that I made. You know what I'm saying? You know, come on with it.
Ant we see $89 9.99. Every paid player gets disrespected after R getting paid in Dallas. Fans never going to learn.
If you from Dallas, yeah, you know that. Yeah, if you get paid or if you get hurt, them the things that going to make them turn on you real quickly, you know. So what I'm getting at is that I never wanted to be that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I took my tail to the government. You know, that's why I worked for the government. And then you had to have the job that I had to have. You had to have a 3.0 GPA to even get in. So it weeded out some of those folks. I would consider that versus you had to be a certain hue, you know, or you had to have a certain, you know what I'm saying? Like no. Give me the opportunity based off of my knowledge, not based off of what I look like. Come on, man. I'm just me, man. You know, I'm just for what I'm saying. So that's why I never liked the Rooney Rule. I get it, but I always looked at that damn Rooney Rule as, and I know the affirmative action and all. I couldn't even stand that. No. Let me go on my own merits. And if I don't get it, damn it, I don't get it. That wasn't the creator's plan. You know, that's just how I look at it. And I could be wrong. Y'all could be saying, man, Law, you Sambo and you blah, blah, blah. Nope. I don't take that. Calvin says, just heard no Diggs on Sunday. You are correct. Diggs thinks a joke just to play the guy. You know, I feel you. I work for the Secret Chef Society. Appreciate you. You know, exactly. Diggs probably won't play next week versus the chart. Yeah. I think that the line of respect is over, right? Far as Trevon Diggs and whatever's going on with this organization. The need to be right is a crazy drug. When you start to say to yourself, I want to be right. I need to be right. And if it's your defense, and even though Trevon Diggs came out and said, hey, can we play a little bit more man? But let me tell you something. He's not the only one. He's not the only one that said, can we play a little bit more room? Can we play a little bit more man? He's not the only one. But just like I said, how influences work, when in the wrong leader gets into that room and be that influencer, and it goes against with what the overall consensus say, then you are marked as a villain. Every leader that I know of been marked as a villain. Malcolm X, a villain. Dr. Martin Luther King, a villain. Every leader that I know growing up, and I'm not saying that my guy Trevon Diggs is of the ilks of Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that sometimes when you go against the grain, you being marked as the villain. You get marked as, hey, that man got too much power right there. You got to control him and control that other one because he going against my program. I need to have some people that's going to buy into what I'm saying. So if I tell everybody that we finna play 95% zone, we need to play 95% zone. We ain't finna play no man here, you know. And we need to tell y'all right now, if they go against us, we gonna have to come and take something from here, you know. Yeah. Lost City says, coming to America. You ain't met no Dr. Martin Luther King. Fred Hampton. You know, the list is longer than Shaq Fate. We got too much historical data about this. Law Nation is marked as an enemy. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oh, Lord. Why is Law marked as an enemy?
Based on $3,607.05. Could we get any trade value for Diggs? Get one in next year or wait on the draft. Grimace.
Nah, his trade value is gone. The only way that you can get some trade value, if you play this man the last 4 games and he'd have some picks, he tipped some balls and PBUs, there's been 11 games that we played. No. There was a course, was it 6 games, 7 games, that we didn't have a single PBU. Don't y'all know what a PBU is? Don't you know how oddly that would be to go 6 and 7 games without a PBU as a DB? That is insane. That is no play on the ball. Yeah. Tweezy says, shut up and play my scheme is the defensive coordinator. You're right. Calvin Richards, appreciate you. Diggs have trouble flipping his hips and running with the receivers. Yeah. That play against Chicago was a situation that he went rogue. He went for a jab, right? Quick jab. Got off of his stance, slipped, and there was nobody in the back to help. You don't do that, right? And that's just one of the things. What happened to safety Thomas? Wanye dealing with migraines. That can be a year-long thing. Jesse Jackson, I ain't finna talk about no Jesse Jackson.
At Calvin Richard, $3,165.05.
Oh,
Diggs
go ahead.
has trouble flipping his hips and running with the receiver.
Jesse Jackson, the ops. Oops, did I say that out loud too quick? Jeez, oh my God, I said it out too quick. Some rainbow correlation, man, didn't set us back 30 years. Oh, man, I'm talking too much, man. Let me get on up out of here, man. Cowboys, as far as the information that helps the nation, we are also hearing that my guy, DeMarvion Overshown, is getting off the pitch count, and he will be getting more and more reps. And we talk about this. No, Diggs a villain. Period. Eberflus is a villain too. Two evil geniuses. My thing is, hear me out. Before, and I'm going to cease this Trevon Diggs conversation. Right. My thing is with Trevon Diggs, whether he rushed himself back or he didn't rush himself back, the part of the problem is he shouldn't have been playing week 1, week 2, week 3. I said it way before the season started. Here's the thing. He had problems. His problem is he was trying to prove people wrong. And the intentions went one way. The scenario went another. It didn't work for him. Here's what he tried to prove everybody wrong. First and foremost, you got to understand the whole storyline and look at the timeline. The timeline was you, Trevon Diggs, supposed to be with us. He went rogue and worked out there in Florida. In the sands, not Cabo, but in Florida in the sands, and also worked back in his hometown with his personal trainer, from which we had a lengthy conversation with. Not going to release names. And he got back. They were like looking at him long-faced and said, why you wasn't with the program? We going to not give you that $500,000 bonus or within the confines of the workout bonus, which was $500,000 because you refused to work out with us. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That information is not privy to the public. That information you can keep to yourself. But when you have your team of people to say, hey, we're going to release this out to the world, there's a lot of incentives across all people contract that if you don't hit certain things, that people can either release it out to the world or keep it. But they decided to release it, and I get it. I understand it, right? You prove your point. You wanted to let people know that, hey, I'm big dog over here. I'm going to let you know that mine's long too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to let you know that I'm big dog over here. So that's when it becomes that type of matchup, you are already in the doghouse. So now I got to prove to a point that my workout was available and my workout was suitable and I can play. That's when you're supposed to stand in and say, no. You are not ready, and know to yourself you are not ready. His first time playing should have been right around the Detroit time frame. if my numbers were correct, he should have been playing around that time. He got poor attitude. Yeah, I do agree. He do have a poor attitude. All the greats, every single one of them, when they're not playing, they are poor attitude-wise. They are mingling and madness because of their mindset is that they have the attitude that they can control their own destiny. That's what good players are all about. That's just for what it is. False sense of entitlement. Well, my guy Chris says, just like Michael Gallup, came back too early. Yeah, so at this point, that's what we're dealing with. Egos from both sides. I need to prove a point that I'm right. They need to prove a point that they're right. And it happened right in the middle. Now nobody's happy. You know, at the end of the day, we're not winning as it relates to our DB play, and he's not playing as it relates to his attitude play. And I'm going to let you know that the buck stopped with me. We can play this game all day. And that's the same thing that happened with the number 11 guy. You know what I'm saying? Is Diggs good player these days? Is Diggs a good player these days? Let me ask you this. Before the start of this season, just put a yes or a no. Consideration. Was Nashawn Wright considered a good player? Yes or no? And I'm gonna move on to Overshawn, because after these 4 games, y'all probably turn on him. Is Nashawn Wright a good player? Yes or no? Verdi answered it correctly. No. Yeah. No. Oh, what? Nope. JV boy. Nope. What? Who else? Not a single person would have said that he's a good player. He's a good player. Nah. Or is he in a system that fits him that he's a good player? You see, we can't have it both ways. But in Cowboys world, I already told Donovan Ezraku, and I already told my guy Siobhan Revel, I said, don't pay attention to nothing even on the outside. Don't even trust me for what I say. You play your game. You play up to the kind of caliber or level that you know you can. But the moment you start going back and forth with these folks, because they will be with you one day, and then they will chew you up and spit you up and call you washed and trashed the next day. All I'm saying is don't trust nobody but yourself and G-O-D, and get out there on that field and make it happen. Because don't even trust me, because I might say some things, man. You know, because that's just for what this system is. D-Shift, wasting Diggs' prime years, can't even trade him now. You're right. You know, jeez. Let's listen to it.
How about when it comes to Overshawn? Are we ready to just sort of unleash him, no more pitch counts? And would you like to see him get back to more blitzing like he was so successful doing last year?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. His pitch count window is over now, and fully expect him, to play the full body of work. And obviously, what that'll entail, we'll certainly get a good picture of it on Sunday, but feel good about what we have in the game plan for him.
Stephen Jones here with you on The Fan. How about your scoreboard watching plans for Sunday? I like what Dak said. He said he's going to root against the Eagles regardless, whether they're in this position or not.
I think he's got unanimous support in the building for that.
Has there ever been a more desperate move than a positivity inflatable rabbit? Like, how much did you personally laugh at that, Stephen? A positivity rabbit in the locker room. I mean, that's ultimate desperation.
We've got to worry about ourselves. I can't be judging what others are doing, but I'm snickering, I guess.
How about when it comes?
Boy, that's Stephen Jones, the co-owner of this team now. That's going to be announced sometime in the future. Oops, but neither here nor there. He's one of the owners of the teams. We need to win this week. You see those E's right there? Washington eliminated, New York Giants eliminated. We still got life. Rigor mortis never settled in. We're a game and a half back. We just got to do our due diligence and make it possible for what we need to do in order to get things moving and grooving. But before we go any further, I just want to be able to tell y'all about this sponsor. Brunt Workwear. Let's not work in pain, but let's work in comfort. And I'm talking about quality comfort. Brunt Workwear brings you that element of comfort, stability, and also durability. With Brunt, your number one workwear out there in the field, built to last, built to survive, and also leaves you with style and grace. So visit bruntworkwear.com and use promo code LAW and pick up you a pair. Be sure to use the code LAW, but just visit bruntworkwear.com/law, LAW, and get you 40% off, man. That's a lot of percentages off, so that you can start putting boots to, you know what, on your side, you know. And also, even if you are in the space of construction working, you already know, you get a little concrete inside your boot, man, it's over with your feet. Well, with these boots, you can tie them up so concrete won't get in there, you know, splashing around and stuff like that. See how that man walking on that thing right there? Yeah. Stepping into the tractor. That's what Brunt can do for you, man. Protect you. Don't nothing burn worse than a concrete burn, man. I know some of y'all city boys, man, and city girls out here, y'all know nothing about that doggone concrete burn. But that concrete burn, man, shoot, it'll burn right through you, man. It'll get right to the bone, boy. You be like, ah! But BTA, Brunt to ass, won't hurt you at all. So y'all go out and be sure to check that out. Brunt Workwear. Use promo code LAW. We need to be putting some boots to you know what this week, Cowboy Nation. With that being said, I want to be able to tell y'all at the end, regardless of whether or not Trevon Diggs is here or not, we need to win. We flat out need to win. When does Josh Butler get back? It's funny. I think it's a coach's call. In my opinion, he's ready. He's available. He's a physical DB. Good guy. Got some good subtle speed. Not afraid to tackle. But I guess the players like him. The staff loves him. But I guess Eberflus don't want to see him yet. I don't know, man. That questioning is still in the air. But they love him. Because there's people they gotten rid of, that we've seen play. And we haven't seen them out there on the field yet. But I would love to see Butler. Even the storylines is something that I would love to see. Because it's focused on his will and determination. Yeah, but neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. Pop Warner even tackles. Yeah. Butler would be back for the playoffs. Yeah. Eberflus is not the answer. The only way that Eberflus defense can work, if you do what some of the other people said, get you a nice safety, another DB, another linebacker, and an edge rusher. Well, another cornerback, because DBs are safeties. You got to get what I'm saying. We got 4 opportunities to do that. And dog it, I don't want us to go into the draft saying we finna draft these 4 and expect these guys to take this team to having the number 1 defense. I don't give a dog how many first round draft picks we got. It's a game of pitch and toss. What? I am awake. Are you back? Oh my gosh.
Please come home. I got beans and
bologna. I thought I had an APB alert out for some of y'all, man.
fucking Braves. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. ELGS.
What up? You saw how that lightning came down and fried that bird? Rotisserie. Let's go Raiders this week. Boy, I haven't seen an Eagle fan in 3 weeks almost, man. Eagles! Where Eric Oldhead Young Bull at, man? Where he at, man? Y'all let Eric Oldhead Young Bull know that the price went up. It's no longer $20, it's $30. So if you ever in there, Eric Oldhead Young Bull, I know they changed your government name, but I need to see $30, you know. Oh, he gone? Okay, that's what happened. But in departing Cowboy Nation, as they say, if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices only turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I'll ride with brother. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those men you should never call a friend, because they bend the lies around the truth to meet their end. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, Trevon Diggs is no longer going to be here. Until he get his act together, you know. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. If we offended anyone today, just charge it to my beard, not my heart. DC for life, not for short. Let's get it. Where my song at, man? Appreciate y'all. Happy Saturday. Come on. Mama, I love you. DC for life, Sadiq. Stream Element, Golden Eye.
I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it on. I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck.
Shout out to you. Stretch.
9 out of 10 roll through my
shout out
hands,
to
I'm
you,
by my
Aunt
lonely.
Tweezy.
Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to
Trey
hold me.
Land, shout out to
I
you.
love my fans, don't need no
All is
friends, I
well,
got my homies.
8500.
Thought I could trust you, I
Swayze,
found out
not
you tried to
Patrick.
zone me.
Appreciate you.
I'm number one up on that call,
Calvin,
meet me
thank
great.
you.
The first one
Jay
in, the last
Stone.
one out, can't call me
And
late.
last but not
Put in
least,
my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
come on, baby, let's get them 6.
I wake
D
up,
Shift,
flex,
appreciate
I'm
you.
down that check. No drip, this wet.
Tell 'em run it up.
No sleep,
Have
no rest.
yourself
Might crash,
a
might
merry
wreck,
little
but first I
Christmas.
stretch.
Thank you.
Tell 'em run it up. I
May your
wake up,
days
flex, I'm
be
down that check.
light.
No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run
And
it
now
up. No sleep, no rest.
my
Might crash,
troubles
might
may
wreck,
be
but first I
yours.
stretch. Tell 'em run it up.
No
Gon' make me take that trip way out to
Dallas,
I call up Nigeria, come through.
hush your mouth or hush them beats over there.
Play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
Come on.
I wake up,
Law.
thumb down that check.
Put OTL in the chat, baby.
No sleep.
For those who know, they know what OTL stands for.
First I stretch, tell 'em run it up.
Come on.
I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up.
Everything gonna be alright on any given Sunday, yeah. Depend on you if you win or lose. You know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday, yeah.
Until next time, DC for life, baby. We up out. Salute. Let's go win. Let's be victorious tomorrow. My score prediction, 28-16, Cowboys. 28-16, I feel it.